Okay, I refuse to call New Mexico yet. At least New York Times has not called New Mexico, but I see other places that have. And California was called with 40%. And which other state? States for Kamala are called with very little percentage, and states that Donald Trump is winning with 90%, and they are not calling Trump. It looks like they are trying to delay the announcement of Trump presidency overnight or for the next 2 weeks or the next few days or whatever, because states are called for Kamala very early, and states that obviously Trump is winning are too close to call. It's interesting what's happening in Minnesota. Uh, who knows? Maybe Trump wins, maybe Kamala wins, and Maine has become a new swing state. Anyway, well, the projections I made are a little bit reduced. I thought Trump could have a 345 electoral college vote. Now, the maximum possible for Donald Trump would be 335 electoral votes, because Virginia was, even though it was too early to call, Virginia has been called for Kamala Harris. Who knows? Maybe Virginia will be a new Florida. You remember that Florida was called for Al Gore and it ended up with George W. Bush? Or do you remember Arizona last cycle was called for Trump and then was given to Biden? I don't know if there are any more examples, but I hope that doesn't happen with Virginia. If Kamala won Virginia nicely, cool for her. But I think it was a little early. Same with New Mexico. At least New York Times has not called New Mexico yet. I don't know. Or maybe they did minutes ago. In any case, I have reassessed my projections, and I can see that Kamala's odds of winning are reduced to only 18%. Odds of a tie are reduced to 1%, and odds of a Trump win, which means 270 electoral votes or more, are actually 80%. I had all the odds of Trump win at 66% about an hour ago. But with North Carolina and Iowa winning, which were my swing states, that increased the odds for Trump. And now that Virginia has been called for Kamala, it's decreased a little bit. And well, maybe let's see what happens with New Mexico. Let's see when they call. And of course, Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Arizona and Nevada, that will take forever. New Hampshire, the New England. So New England has become a new swing region. Well, I can understand that because Maine and New Hampshire are are what? Are like Canada, but Canada is very liberal. Well, but maybe yeah, but they are rural. Probably they don't want to be very associated with ultra liberal Massachusetts, and so they have become conservative. I don't know. It's been, let's see. I don't know too much about that culture. Once we get the results of New Mexico, as I am Hispanic, I think I will be able to speak with a little bit more property. But I mean, as other people have saying, Hispanics, black males, white collars, gay people who are not necessarily GLBT advocates of too much hysterical fashion. There are a lot of gay people who are actually conservative, and they are probably also for Trump. I think actually Vice President Vance said it once. So let's see. It seems it will be a very late night. Go Trump. Although it seems that for the next few hours, nothing will be called because they are, of course, trying to delay announcement of Trump president-elect as soon as much as they can. Just as Elvis Amoroso infamously did at this time of the night when he called Maduro president again, when obviously Edmundo had won by a huge landslide. Anyway, God bless America.